Throwing to start here is Tua. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Drake will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
That's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle complete. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tua going to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He's got room at the 30. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, it's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Tua on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua, throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Tua incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. Quick hitch, complete. It's Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down, That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Nifty move. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, set.
Now Tua. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Room here to run. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That one complete to Prochet. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. Jackson now. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Well, with third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Miles Sanders, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Dolphins 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down, a run with Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
On third down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They go play action now. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tua sets up to pass it. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We all just got it.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share